Hi everyone, this is a video that's basically a book haul that I've just picked up from my local, very local town library sale. The first one I've ever encountered for months and years. I keep seeing videos of people going off to library sales and the like and coming back with things for $1. Well, I come back with a pile of about, what is it, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 things, and they were all 50p each. So these are all less than $1. Peter Frankopan's The Earth Transformed appears to be in reasonable nick. Why are they selling it? That's what I want to know. I mean, it's a recent book, isn't it? 2023. How can that be being for sale? Well, it was, so I bought that one. This, a nice Penguin modern classic that is Patrick Susskind's Perfume. And I don't tend to venture into novels that much, but I think I might have seen a TV or a movie adaptation of it that sort of was kind of mind-boggling. If I could put it like that. So to see how he actually writes the thing might be a good thing. First published in 1985. Yeah. A modern classic. Perfume. So. Okay, to change somewhat, this is more like history, more like it, and this is your pub landlord, Al Murray, the very same and the one and only, who, he, not only is he a very famous comedian here in England, but he is a very smart chap, very interested in World War II in particular, and he's been on the telly and done things like, he did a program about armament and talked about, did a kind of like a program about what was the best tank in World War II. Was it the Sherman? Was it the Tiger? Or was it the Churchill? Aha, well, there we are. Anyway, this is how the Allies learned to win the Second World War. So, There's that one. I'm sure that's going to be a nice. I'm thinking of reading that as a sort of a kind of a foil to some of these single volume histories of World War II. Okay, in a similar vein, I just simply kind of sort of picked it up and put it on my little stack because it's about D-Day. So obviously I'm interested in something. I mean, obviously D-Day is going to be in these single volumes. But if there isn't 50 pence worth of value in this, then, well, either I should be shot or Stephen E. Ambrose should be shot, whoever he is. It'll be, I'm sure it'll be interesting one way or another. 1994? No? 2002. So, D-Day, Stephen Ambrose. Who's Stephen Ambrose? He draws from hundreds of interviews with US Army veterans and the brave Allied soldiers who fought with them to create this exceptional account of the day that shaped the 20th century. Straight away, it seems to be biased in favor of the Americans, somehow or other, which doesn't sound right to me. I mean, there were 5 beaches on D-Day, weren't there? And 2 of them were British. 2 of them were American. Or was it 3 of them were American? 2 of them were British. So, who fought with them to create an exceptional account of the 20th century? Really? Okay. Yes. Well, Ruby Hart, her channel, just recently reviewed this, McMurtry's McMurtry's Lonesome Dove. And that's her favorite book. And so if someone who's going to be a teacher or is already a teacher says that this is the best book she's ever read, I've got to be interested, haven't I? Yeah, of course I am. So I shall hopefully, maybe I'll keep this for winter, put on some slippers, fill my pipe, and see what happens. See what it's all about. See if it's any good. I'm sure it is. I also got this one. This is Philippa Gregory's Normal Women, 900 Years of Making History. It's been a bit of a mess. It needs tidying up a bit, but yeah, it's a sort of a kind of a hardback with a whole lot of pages. Over 500. So it's got to be interesting. Yeah, it's a radical retelling of our nation's story, not the rise and fall of kings and the occasional queen, but of social and cultural change powered by determination, persistence, and effectiveness of women from 1066 to modern times. So it looks like a pretty interesting book. I did kind of have a look at it, and it does exactly pretty well what it just says. It picks out themes, so love and marriage in novels and life, work, widows, single women, women enslaved, an unkingly king, religious exiles, and so forth. So there is that one. Yeah. Michael Wood's The Story of India looks like well, I looked at it on the inside, and again, it's one of these like presentation copies with illustrations and lots of room on the on either side. So it picks kind of little themes: the magical city of Mathura, revolutions in ways of seeing, the beginning of a world economy, Kanishka's death, the legacy of the Kushans, etc. And there's some fantastic illustrations as well. So yeah, not a vast amount of writing. So I'm interested to be able to see what he actually has to say, because Michael Wood has done some tremendous TV and is a pretty amazing guy, a pretty amazing historian, especially for the TV. So this is my first little venture into him in the written word. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting his version and his perspective and view of things. Okay, the other things I bought are a bit different and a bit off track, history-wise and novel-wise, for me anyway. But I thought I might give it a go. I mean, everyone says that this thing is the most impossible thing to read and perhaps incomprehensible and otherwise possibly will pay tremendous dividends. But I got Proust's Swan's Way, Remembrance of Things, Part 1, in audiobook. So there are a bunch of CDs in there. So who knows? Maybe this is the way forward. I don't know. I thought I'd give it a go. So yeah. I bought this little thing, the politics book. Couldn't work out when it was published, but it looks a bit dodgy. So that's why I kind of got it, just to see what dodge they come up with. 2013. Okay. I didn't look well to begin with. 2013. So it's sort of this kind of thing, that kind of politics book. Don't know, kind of like, well, you know, what age group is this? And what are we up to in the West? You know, that's the basic question. So I'm going to see what that has to say about it. And yeah. And the last book is completely different. It's a rather large hardback book that is Stanley Gibbons' Commonwealth and British Empire Stamps, 1840 to 1970, the 2022 edition. With on the front cover, this is the stamp. This is the most expensive stamp in the world. If you don't happen to know, it was sold recently, and for something like $10 million, something like that. Anyway, something ridiculous. And yeah, you have to question what we're up to. I mean, why on earth is a little postage stamp worth so much money? I mean, you know, really? Isn't it something like it's supposed to be one of the most expensive things per square centimeter in the world, because it's so small, so tiddly, that even with sort of like £100 million paintings or £200 million paintings, it competes quite happily and quite merrily with you know, value by the yard, shall we say. So anyway, I don't know anything about postage stamps, and well, I'm going to find out a little bit more about it and how they go about it and such like. Yeah, it's a nice thing as well. So yep, there's that one. That's my book haul, my first ever library book haul, and well, I'm in anticipation, and obviously there's a lot to look at there, and yeah, there's that issue as well. But what the heck? Yeah. Okay. Happy reading, and with regards for the season. Yeah. Bye for now.